All right, and here's a look at what we're going to be talking about next week in seventh grade social studies. If you're a seventh grade student, you want to watch this by Tuesday, as we will begin talking about the fall of the Roman Empire. All right, if you want to check it out at home, we'll be using the textbook in class on Tuesday. And obviously, if you've watched this video, you'll be prepared for Tuesday's activities. But if you want to check it out for yourself at home, you want to go to chapter 3, the decline of the Roman Empire. That's going to load this map up here, and I want to reference this map for a second just so you have a perspective or you have an idea of exactly how big the Roman Empire grew to be. As you can see, most of Europe throughout what we would consider today the Middle East, into Turkey and Greece, and across northern Africa. Okay, now this may be a screen that you want to pause on and you can read for yourself what's paused on your screen. But one of the things we're going to talk about on Tuesday is the fall of Rome, which resulted from political uproar, distant wars, and economic crises. And one of the things we're going to do on Tuesday in class is we're going to look at and compare those themes to modern times. Could a nation or an empire fall apart in 2014 because of political uproar, distant wars, and economic crises? And we may also debate as a class whether or not the fate of Rome could be the fate of the United States one day. So, like we said, we know that the fall of Rome resulted from political uproar, distant wars, and economic crises. This week we're going to analyze those ideas. So, as we discuss this on Tuesday, hopefully you will have looked at this video and have some information to bring to the table. We'll also use the textbook, and we're also going to be using the iPads in class so you have other resources to make the most valid debate points you can. A few things to think about. Was Rome similar to the United States in its time? That's going to be a question that we'll talk about on Tuesday. Does the United States suffer from events like those that plague the Romans? Do we have political uproar in our country? Something we'll talk about on Tuesday. But if you want to do a little research beforehand, please go do it. Do we have economic crisis, or have we had economic crisis? Another issue that the Romans had was they were fighting for many territories and they were far spread out throughout the empire. Does the United States have lots of conflicts going on far outside the borders of the United States? The big overall question at the end of the week that we hopefully will have answered next week is, why do great empires disappear? Why did this Roman Empire, as you see it, just go away? And from your textbook, it does an excellent job of pointing out some of the issues that Rome had. And what I want you to do for your flipped lesson here is I want you to bring in your own thoughts as you've read over these issues here. So you may want to pause the video, take a moment, and I want you to look here as this diagram shows the failures of Rome, and as Rome fell apart, what happened. When you come in on Tuesday, here's what you need to have. If you look at this here, do we as a country have any of these issues? And if so, can you provide evidence? For example, do we have a weak government? And if you believe that, can you provide evidence of that? Do we have a declining economy? And if so, can you provide evidence of that? And do we have a divided nation? You know, you can see there that Rome divided into two, the Western and the Eastern Empire. So your goal from this flipped lesson is to really do a little bit of research on your own to analyze. Maybe you want to talk to your mom, your dad, whoever. Maybe you want to find an adult over the weekend and talk a little bit about what you have learned about the fall of the Roman Empire and ask the question, is America in 2014 similar? Yes or no? On Tuesday next week, we're going to have an activity where we're going to discuss these ideas, and I want you to bring your best ideas to the table. Hope you enjoy your Labor Day holiday, and we'll see you on Tuesday.